let's next talk about promoting from within.
Sure.
And what you call the winner's curse.
Okay, great. Promoting from within, I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan for a couple different reasons. Doesn't mean I do it exclusively. I used to say 80-20. Maybe now it's 70-30. Promoting from within is really, really important because first of all, to build a long-term sustainable business, you need to be a destination employer, right? People need to want to work for you and work for your company. And if anybody that comes in at an entry level doesn't feel like there's any path for them to move up within the organization, then you're not going to get the next great group of entry-level professionals. So the way to build a sustainable business is to build a methodology and a machine, if you will, that has a training component to it and a development and elevation component to it, so that people can come in, learn the skills, and then move on to the next thing. And that is how, particularly with today's workforce, that you create a long-lasting organization with longevity. So that's one reason I like to do it. I obviously like to do it because you can bring people in without a lot of experience, train them on the product, have them be SDRs, have them be in sort of lower pressure environments, and then they get to learn the product, they get to learn the skills, they get to learn how to sell, and then you can promote them and they'll ramp more quickly again. So there's a real economic benefit to having that kind of career ladders, as they're called. It's also what people want. It's what keeps people motivated. I don't think I'm being dismissive of the function to say that I don't think anybody wants to be an SDR forever. They want to do it as part of a program of learning the trade of sales, of a sales MBA. So if you want them to stay at the company, Dan Pink talks about autonomy, mastery, and purpose as the things that provide motivation and engagement for professionals, meaning the ability to work on your own, a sense of where you're going, and the ability to get really good at something. If you can provide those things, and the purpose is, I'm here today, but this is where I want to go. So that's one reason why I think it's so important. The other reason is, as you mentioned, Eric, a friend of mine, venture capitalist, says, anytime you're looking at a deal, you have to understand, why did this deal come across my desk? Why do I get to look at this deal? And a lot of early angel investors or people that make private investments, they often fall prey to this idea that they just don't realize that there's a process happening whether they are aware of it or not. And if the deal lands on their desk, it's because more professional people have passed on the opportunity, most likely. Maybe it's a needle in the haystack and they just happen to find the next Uber, but it's probably not the next Uber, because the next Uber is going to be pitching to Benchmark before it lands on your desk. So that is to say, if you're meeting a salesperson, a top performer, and you're trying to build and hire from outside, and you're bringing them into the organization, and they are President's Club, and they've crushed quota, and the company didn't do a round of layoffs, and the company didn't shut down, that's a great situation for hiring good sales talent. But let's say the company's still in existence. Well, then why did that sales organization let go of a top performer, right? And that's just the natural question to ask, because I try to make it so that the top performers in my organization never want to leave, that they get the money that they want, they get the training that they want, we invest in them, that they have a point of view on their career trajectory. So if I get to look at somebody else's top performer, I'm scratching my head. It doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. And certainly there's times when somebody's worked somewhere 6, 7, 8 years, and it's just time for them to try something new. And if you have a destination employer brand, if people want to work for you, then you'll get more and more of those people. But you just have to be mindful of that if they were 2 years at XYZ place, that place is doing well, they've decided to leave, you just have to be skeptical.